Anti-abortion violence.
All right, we lit. Y'all, we back with installment 8.
Yeah, I mean your energy is a little bit too hype right now. We
Man,
don't know
look.
what happened to Kevin. Let's just pump the brakes,
You right.
please.
You right. You
Please.
right.
We
What
don't know
happened to
what
Kevin?
happened to Kevin. The rumors are going wild. They're saying that he might be
Abducted.
dead from cardiac arrest, but it really hasn't been confirmed or denied yet. We're kind of jumping out the window a little bit. Usually I really wouldn't even want to talk on something like this unless I heard it from a confirmed source, and
Dang.
the sources aren't really that reliable, honestly. But I feel at this point the rumors are starting to make me feel like some could have happened to him for real. But what you think initially?
Well, my initially it's like I hope it's not true. I feel like he was, a big. His delivery was very wasn't likable, but I think it's definitely something that the community needed to hear. He was definitely.
Well, that's true. I definitely agree with you. Do you think that these are rumors, or do you think that that he's really gone?
Uh, I couldn't tell you, man. I mean,
Yeah.
we seen the reports. I don't. I hope not. I think he would come out and be like, unless he trying to see all of these people that's trying to trash him. You know, Kevin was a smart dude, though,
I
man.
think I think he definitely was a smart guy, brash delivery, but very eloquent speaker. I could say a lot of nice things about Kev. I ain't gonna go into really no criticisms at this point. I don't really think that's the right time for any of that. But we are seeing a lot of different reactions. This is a I want to read something that I saw DJ Academic share from a guy named Philip Lewis. Who he is, I'm not really sure. This is a Twitter thing. They say what we know about Kevin Samuels so far. Atlanta police told me they were able to locate an incident concerning my questions. No further details. I'll repeat that again. Atlanta police told me they were able to locate an incident concerning my questions. No further details. He also said that the full Fulton County medical examiner told Roland Martin they could not confirm or deny they have a person named Kevin Samuels here. So they're being very sparse with the details. And is that a word? Sparse? Maybe sparse.
As far as
Remind me that. I'll look it up later. But yeah, we don't know a lot. Maybe they're just trying to respect the privacy of his family. That's an element of this too.
yeah,
Families want to be able to give that news to each other. They don't want a nephew or a cousin to have to hear that news from a tweet or something like that. So a lot of times they'll play information like this close to the chest, even though we may know he's gone. We
and you
can't
know what
really.
that be? It's people that be in the inside. They hear a little something and they go, "Hey, girl, you," and then it's viral, and that's how things kind of
That's how
get out,
that's
but it's
that's how
not.
it is. I even heard it's just this is rumor stuff now, but they're saying a guy you went to school with was expressing condolences or something like that. He's kind of out of pocket if you ask me, because the family don't even know yet. If you close to him, you're supposed to know. Like, wait a minute, if the family don't want to come out with it now, you know what I'm saying? You might want to be easy on just talking about it on social media. We just two niggas on the internet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't close to them, so we
For
just
real.
try to figure out what's going on. We doing the research, but I'm really hoping for the best, bracing myself for the worst. What I hope is that Kevin Samuels emerges from the shadows and says rumors of my death were wildly exaggerated. I'm still here to put my foot on y'all hoes neck.
Straight up.
you know, he probably would have put it that brash, but I liked him, man. I thought he was a cool dude. I didn't agree
Yeah,
with
I
everything
think
he
he gave
said.
a lot of yeah, I think he gave a lot of guys, some confidence to know that, they could, you know, have standards, because we don't in low income communities, there's some guys that get looked over by women and you know,
Yeah.
Don't get, I heard an interesting stat that he said. He was like, not a lot of men are having sex because I mean, I'm saying the lower level because they're looking over everybody want to chase the, high income earners and people that
Yeah.
are more satisfied. So that was like just kind of got me in a thinking about the little guys.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he said a lot of interesting
A
things.
lot of interesting
He said a
things.
lot of interesting things. I personally found like him to be entertaining. His advice
Yeah.
was a little bit above my pay grade. I think his
Yeah,
his advice was a little bit too rich for me. I wasn't I
I
wasn't
can agree.
really tapped into a lot of stuff he was talking about, but it was entertaining to watch that. He was such an eloquent speaker. I like people, even if I don't agree with their what they're saying. I like people who are willing to talk,
Articulate
willing to
themselves
have
in the right manner.
a debate, and be, he was a little chippy with it, but he was still willing to have a conversation, and that I respect about him. So we don't know, he's 56 years old. We're hoping for the best with Kev.
Yeah.
Uh, did you have something you wanted to play from Kev?
Yeah, let's play some of Kev's man favorite hits, man. Uh, so y'all can get to know Kev. Well, I mean, I don't want you to really get to know him, but I want you to hear some of his
How much
moments.
do you weigh?
220.
I weigh 210 and I'm 6'4". You broke the first rule. See, you ladies don't mind breaking the rules. The men are visual. The men want women that are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. I don't mind being the
Friendly.
size of, I'm sorry, you're 5'8".
I'm 5'8".
You're about the size of Emmett Smith or Barry Sanders was. You're running back size.
Okay.
You can hit the A gap like a motherfucker.
Yeah. All right.
So don't come in here talk about what men should not be able to do when they got to accept somebody who can run out the power I.
Okay.
I mean, I'm being
But
silly.
at the same time, no.
I'm being silly because to make a point.
Classic Kev.
That was classic, right?
When I
Classic
say
Kev.
go back to your ex,
Pause that for
you
a
say
second.
no. Well, ma'am,
Let's
you
cue this real
made
quick.
babies.
Okay.
Yeah, classic Kev. He's definitely entertaining, but that rubs a lot of people the wrong way, and I think that's why we're seeing this be a polarizing subject on Twitter. Have you been seeing all of the people who are celebrating Kev's passing?
Yeah,
Or
and it's not like people, it's definitely the people who he was like who fit this kind of ream. I think that, he's making jokes about and making it entertaining. It's like it's sensitive. So to them, but I don't think people are just making fun of Kev. I think it's the people that he made it entertaining with, and they just, they don't like him because of that.
Yeah, some people is offended about him. I've heard criticisms about him where they're basically saying he was tearing down black women. And they saying, some people would even go as far as to say we wrong for laughing at him. We should
That's
be protecting
crazy.
black women.
That's crazy because if you look at it from how he's looking at it, even from you looking at it at a man perspective, and he was just trying to, bring people together. From what I feel like, he said that he brought couples together. He does counseling and help couples
Yeah, I heard
get
good
together.
things. I heard good things like that
So,
too. Like he did counsel people to get together. I mean,
and we from the community. We from the inner city. We know how our people get. We know how you have to talk to some of our people, and to some of these people to get on these and act like, you have to be so diplomatic in the hood. They need to get out of here.
you know what I thought was interesting about that? I'm gonna tell you two things that came to mind when I saw the type of venom people have for Kevin Samuels, right?
Right.
It made me look within myself, to be honest with you. I remember making a joke when Rush Limbaugh passed.
Mm.
Was that Rush Limbaugh or was that the other guy? Because Rush Limbaugh might still be around.
I hope you ain't.
Nah, man. Rush Limbaugh's still around, man. Who is the other one, man? The right wing guy.
Well, mine is who it was. It happened. You know what I mean?
Wait,
And
no, I got it.
you got to mention the name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think it matters the name. Yeah. Rush Limbaugh. Let me confirm for anybody who might be worried about Rush. I think that's the second time I did that. No, no, Rush Limbaugh is actually gone. It wasn't. That's what I was referring to. So back on track.
Okay.
When Rush Limbaugh passed, I made jokes about it. I didn't agree with his ideology. I thought some of the stuff that he did really was causing people to get hurt, especially from the standpoint of COVID and things like that. But I made jokes. And now that I see people taking pleasure in the death of Kevin because they didn't agree with, what he was saying, it didn't look good to me. It made me look within myself like, man, even if it's somebody you don't agree with, I think that you could be kind of classy about it. It's just not in my constitution at this age of the game to be celebrating somebody's death. That's one. And then another thing I thought of is people seem to appreciate a brash delivery when it's not them that's being talked about. Dave Chappelle gets celebrated so much for the jokes that he got against the trans community, which some might see as funny, but a lot of people take those jokes as insensitive. And I've heard people go as far as to say as they're hateful, but I see these same women, these black women that, come to Dave's defense, say, look, man, it's just a joke. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Just he say what he wants, his freedom of speech. Now,
that's a good point.
You sensitive about what Kev's saying, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's kind of like a double standard, man.
Double standard,
So,
double sword.
I didn't like that too much. I don't think it's good. Even on my Facebook page, it's like when I mentioned the rumors of his death, it was some women that were quick to respond, and they didn't seem very none of this has been confirmed or denied. We want to keep saying that, but just the rumors, they didn't seem,
Very
worried about it
remorseful.
at all. They seemed like they were happy, like they wanted to be true.
Wow. Yeah. Damn, it's sad, man. But
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't got too much to add about that.
all right, so you want to go on a little bit of Kevin, man?
Well, you want to go into some more clips about him?
Yeah, you want to go into some more clips to see, anything more on Kevin, or you want to?
I feel like we could probably move on.
Okay.
I don't really got a cool segue,
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, it's a tough time right now. We don't know if it's
Go
true or
ahead.
not. But speaking on Kevin, I mean, with Kevin, I mean, it's a good segue into the history of anti-abortion law. So
Yeah.
Kevin was a relationship man. He tried to make relationships a lot better. So what do you feel about this history of anti-abortion law?
Yeah.
How do you feel like abortion started?
How do I feel like abortions started?
Mhm.
Well, I could say that it. I think abortion became legalized in 1973, if I'm not mistaken.
It's an interesting year.
Yeah, that was a big year.
Very
So,
interesting year.
Let me exit out the full screen. Let me refer to some notes that I have.
1973.
Yeah, that 1973 is when the Supreme Court decided abortion should be legal throughout the United States, according to a CNN report. And in 2003, abortion providers have been the targets of more than 300 acts of extreme violence, including arson, bombings, murder, and butyric acid attacks.
So people who've been performing these abortion procedures
Those are the ones getting attacked, is what I'm trying to say. Remember yesterday we were talking about anti-abortion. I want you to understand that these people call themselves pro-lifers. They say that they care about the lives of babies, but these people a lot of times will take lives. They've done terroristic acts on facilities that provide abortion. And we're not talking about, lightweight stuff. They always get on, from the right, they'll always criticize people on the left for the protests and stuff like that, getting loud. There might be a few scuffles, but we're talking about 200 plus bombings, arsons, all kinds of attacks on facilities that provide abortions since 1976. 1976 is when we saw the first bombing. And there's been, according to Jill Filipovic, she's a lawyer and an author, there's been 11 murders, 26 attempted murders, 4 kidnappings, 42 bombings, 667 bomb threats, 189 arsons, 100 butyric acid attacks since Roe v. Wade got signed into law with the Supreme Court. And that's all from people who call themselves pro-lifers.
I'm so glad we're going over this topic because something it hit me. Okay, the why. We came up in the 80s, Cap. Me and you were born 85, 86. We came up into an environment that things was already accessible. So we just have to, move accordingly. This is already, can you imagine, right? Being in a time to where there was how did it go? Like, what was abortion? Like, what was it like? Would someone have to transition? Knowing they from the 50s, they've been living in the 50s, the 60s, the 40s, maybe they were a kid and they were a kid that came up in a horrible situation and just made big things in their life. You get what I mean? But it was from a horrible situation. And now they see these abortions and maybe it rubs them the wrong way. I just would like to understand that of how they go from someone wanting to bomb and wanting to do all of this violence towards doctors saying that abortion, could it be because this was not like nobody thought of this before, like in the 50s or the 60s, like when our grandmas was around and they were like, what was it? That had to be a big moral shift, I think, for a lot of people. Unless they had their own things that they did, we don't know. They used the hangers or whatever, or if abortion was done, we don't know. But that would be good to hear somebody who had to go through that process. Like, what was that like? Like, what was it before this?
So let me see if I understand what you're asking me.
Go ahead.
You want to know what it was like for somebody born in the 40s to be around when the country transitioned into having legal abortions? Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm saying, what was it like for them before the abortions? Like, we don't know how it was before. I mean, it was legal. I'm not sure if it wasn't legal or if it was. How was the process? How did they handle it? Or how was it being handled? Was 1973 was the first time when you was like, okay, this is the process that we go with.
Well, that's when Roe v. Wade was signed. That's the precedent for legal abortions. That's what made it so the women have the right to make the choice for themselves.
Right. So before then, it was illegal to have an abortion.
I don't know. That's a good question. I would have to say probably it was in some states, maybe it was a state by state type of thing, because that's what they're trying to do now, throw it back to the state. So that's a good question.
Right.
We research and we trying to figure out things right now. We're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, get to the bottom of it. That's all.
For me, that wasn't a big concern, honestly. Like, I personally don't care like how shit was before legal abortions. I'm happy that they've been legal my whole life and I want to keep it that way. I was more concerned about the lengths that these people will go to have their way. You know, these are not good people, is what I'm trying to say. They'll be under the guise of we're all about saving babies. You know, we're the good guys, but yet you're attacking people with, you know, butyric acid. You know what butyric acid is?
I mean,
I think it comes from your stomach. It's an oily, colorless liquid with a foul odor, and they weaponize it and cause injuries to people.
Wow.
And when they're doing these bombings, people are dying. You know, these are not just, you know, bombings at the facilities and nobody's there. We're talking about people dying. So something to keep in mind, man. They're not the good
Definitely
guys.
something to keep in mind, man. But it's like, wow, like it had to be illegal. I mean, for someone to, you get what I mean?
Who cares though? Who cares? Like, what does that have to do with now?
That's extreme because people died. You get what I mean?
No,
like,
I thought you were going back into like what it was like before. Like, I thought you were going into the thing that you were going to talk about.
No. My thing is people died, you know, and this is continuous thing. It's like people are, like you're saying, it's like people are dying and people are like literally going. So it's like, it's crazy that people are losing their lives about a law. You know what I mean? So
what do you mean people are losing their lives about? Oh, yeah, well, they're losing their lives because they don't want people to make decision for themselves. They're killing people because they don't want people to make the decision for themselves.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's people that are risking their life doing it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, it's just
they're terrorists. They're the same. They're the same as the people who crashed those planes into the World Trade Center. Same thing.
I think you're going a little. I don't know. I mean,
how am I going too far? How like
I ain't saying you're going too far. I just think I don't think it sits. It's hard.
This is a good topic. This is a good topic. Then
put them in the same.
Look, we got into something really good. All right. So
I think they're committing violence and they're doing something but I wouldn't call them terrorists. I mean, terrorists is more. I don't know. I mean, just my opinion. I wouldn't.
All right.
I feel like they're committing a violence. That's like saying if somebody somebody's doing something for somebody they don't like and they're committing a terrorist act. I think they don't like what somebody is doing, and they're committing violence or whatever on them. But terrorists is like, that's big right there.
All right. Let's just start with what terrorism means to us. Would you agree with the Oxford Dictionary definition? Would you look to that as, you know, a reliable source? Could we both agree on that?
Yeah.
All right. They define terrorism as the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in the pursuit of political aims.
Oh, political aims.
Right? Now I'm going to ask you again. A person that bombs a facility that provides abortions, explain to me how they're not a terrorist again.
Political game, right? So it's about,
they're trying to scare people into not getting abortions. It's legal. They're allowed to do it. These people are civilians, and you don't like it, so you set a bomb somewhere, and you kill people to scare people, so you'll think twice about trying to go get an abortion. So tell me how they're not terrorists.
Yeah, I mean, with legal definition, they're terrorists. They're terrorists.
I gave you the Oxford definition.
But you referred me to the 9/11 situation.
Yes.
What political gain was that when they bombed the tower?
I think that it was an act of terror to show that the Taliban or whatever that group was they wanted to scare people, show their power. Like, we could do this. We have demands. You know, we have an agenda, and we're going to show people that we should be feared, we should be listened to. Just the same like thing when they grab a hostage and cut off his head on film. It's like, look, we have a message and you're going to listen to us, and it's political because they're trying to appeal to our government. They're trying to show our government, they're trying to show us as a country, you know what I'm saying? So
Well, I would say that the abortion sounds more of a, it seems more clear to being a terrorist than the not. I mean, yeah, like you're saying, they're trying to show a purpose, but from the definition you gave, the abortion sounds like it's more of the terrorist than the 9/11 because of, I can see the political game. I can see what they're doing to not force that, but I can't really
well, what I'd say,
discern.
I'd say if you can't see it, then you have a tenuous grasp of the whole 9/11 attacks thing. That's pretty much something that most people would agree on, that was a terrorist attack. People crashing planes into the World Trade Center. A lot of people are not going to argue whether or not those people were terrorists. And I would agree with you, though, to say that they're even worse because these are people on our
I
own
mean, it
soil.
fits the definition.
Yeah, and it fits
the
the definition like maybe a little bit more tightly. But to me, they're on the same level. But I wouldn't even have a problem with what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Because these
Right.
people, I don't know. I just don't. I really don't like. I really don't like that conservative, right wing, extremist energy. I want to always speak out against that. I'm gonna have plenty of time to be silent when I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? But as long as I'm here, I'm gonna be against white supremacy and racism and terrorism and anti-intellectualism, anti-science
Respect that.
type
Yeah,
of shit. You know what
I
I'm saying?
understand that. Definitely respect that.
Another
100.
dude, since we into politics, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. We give entertainment news and then
Yeah, we got to get a
slip some
intellectual.
politics in there. Have you been hearing about Madison Cawthorn? I know he's not a
Madison
big name in
Cawthorn.
our community. Yeah, Madison Cawthorn.
Have not heard any news on Madison.
Yeah, are you familiar with who he is? He's an American politician. He served as the U.S. representative in Northern California, but he gets into a lot of dang trouble.
Oh, you talking about the guy who Trump he's a Trump supporter.
Definitely a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I've
was
heard
born
of him. I'm not. Yeah, but I know exactly. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he got elected to Congress in 2020. He was
I
born
forget
in
one of the bills he
1995.
wrote. Yeah, I think he
Yeah.
tried to push a bill. I'm not. I can't recall it specifically, but it was a certain bill that was controversial that he was with. Um, see if you bring it up or not.
Yeah, that sounds like him. I mean, he's in the news today because there was a video leaked of him where he's in a bed with somebody and thrusting them, and it was leaked by a group that the whole group was made just to try to throw a monkey wrench in his campaign. So, which that is legal.
So you mean to tell me that somebody did this purposely just to throw his campaign off?
it doesn't mean that the video isn't authentic, but it's definitely somebody trying to throw salt in this game. They don't want to see him win. So, an enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yeah, but he said he's being blackmailed. It's funny. This theme keeps coming up in every episode. Remember we covered sextortion? But it comes up like every time we talk.
Everything. Didn't I tell you about that too? I was like in J. Edgar Hoover. I was hearing some stuff on that, on how J. Edgar Hoover had some dirt on him and he was being blackmailed the whole time.
I did hear that. I don't know if that's yeah, I hear a lot of stuff that I always got to go back and confirm if it was just a rumor or like internet type of.
Because they tried the same thing with Martin Luther King. You know that they tried the whole with his wife. They was like, hey man, listen, you need to take yourself out because we got all the evidence of your wife, of you, cheating on women, and you're not an honorable man, and you know this, just take yourself out. They had the actual letter, and it was like, wow, like, that
Yeah,
blackmail game is real. You know what I
yeah, it's
mean?
real. It's real. So with this is a video of him naked in a bed and making thrusting motions on top of another person. This is according to a CNBC article.
You don't know
And
what. You don't know what. Oh, it don't matter. They don't giving away the gender of the person, or is he?
why does that matter to you, Bob?
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, because I want to see the dirt. Like, maybe, what is
You
it?
gotta pause that, man. You want to know what kind of person it was in there? No,
No,
I ain't
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
saying I'm not saying I want to know, but I'm saying if somebody's blackmailing you, it's like, what information would they feel that you are embarrassed for someone to see? You know what I mean, or know about? So I think that's most.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
They didn't say the gender, and I'm having fun with it, but I thought that was suspicious too when I read the article, right? But
Yeah.
let's speculate. You know what I'm saying? That's the facts that we got now, but let's begin to speculate just a little bit. If it was a man, he could spin this. You know what I'm saying? Like now his base wouldn't like that because Republicans are always trying to beat up on homosexuality and stuff like that. But he could come out and be like, it doesn't matter who I'm in the bed with, and you outed me. You blackmailed me, you outed me. That's just wrong on so many different levels. If that's the life I'm living in the privacy of my bed, who are you to put this out to the world? Like,
right?
He could be on a higher like moral standing at that point. Like we saw what happened with Isaiah Rashad. We spoke on that or a couple episodes back. You saw how he got an outpour of love and support. Typically hip hop people are more left leaning though. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that is the crowd to give you more support on stuff like that now. I don't know how conservative Republicans would feel about that, but they did not mention the sex of the individual that he was on top of thrusting. Glad that you caught that. But still, this is not the way a goddamn congressman should be acting.
I mean, why?
Why you don't think he shouldn't be on videos being naked? I don't think it puts him in a good light.
I mean, this man is in the own comfort of I mean, what does that have to do with anything in his life? I mean, we got to admit, sex is a natural thing. I mean, what was he doing that was wrong? You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I feel you on that. You know what I'm saying? Even if he was thrusting another individual, you're allowed to do that. And honestly,
illegal, right?
Honestly, it wouldn't bother me if I liked his policies. If he was doing that, I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like his policies, and I don't want to see this guy get elected. So if I can see something that's going to help his hurt his campaign come out, I'm kind of happy about that. But I'll tell you another thing. This isn't the only thing he's been in the news for lately. He actually was under investigation for a cryptocurrency pump and dump type of scam.
That's messed up.
And I know you heavy. Bob has a whole cryptocurrency channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So you in the crypto space, you know how much that is going on right now, the pump and dump scams.
Yeah, it's heavy. He
had a cryptocurrency, like a coin named after the Let's Go Brandon thing. I think it was called a Let's Go Brandon coin or something like that. And then he was on a show or something like that, man. I got like very choppy notes on him, but he was on the show talking about getting invited to cocaine-filled orgies and being targeted and stuff like that. He's just wild is what I'm trying to say. The man got caught at the airport with a loaded gun too. And he went into like an official building with a knife, like a big knife that was illegal. He's wild. You know what I'm saying? And then none of this stuff he gets charged for. I remember when Joel Santana had a gun in his luggage and he said he forgot it. Remember, Joel's went to prison for that.
2 years.
He got caught with a loaded gun at the airport more than once, if I'm not mistaken. Matter of fact, yeah, on August of 2021, he boarded a plane with a loaded gun, and then on September 21st, no, that was September of the year 21, he had a big knife at a school board meeting. Yeah. So he just got caught with a gun again at a Charlotte airport. So that's 2 times getting caught with a loaded gun at an airport, big knife, cryptocurrency pump and dump scams. He got a video where he's thrusted another individual in the bed. And I told you he talking about getting invited to cocaine field orgies. You know what I'm saying? He said he getting invited by other politicians. So people in his own party is like, matter of fact, like people in his own party, like, first of all, why you snitching? Second of all, shut your mouth. You hurting everybody with this. So I just want to put the spotlight on him because these are the type of people on the Republican side that get elected. You know what I'm saying? Like that mediocrity, you could be just fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Not even that articulate. You don't have to be smart and get elected over there. But on the left side, they're so critical of us. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing wrong. I remember Obama was all in the news because he wore a tan suit. It was like, a big deal. So.
Wow. Yeah. So let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Huh?
Go ahead, shoot.
Do you feel like when you in the politics, you have to be you have to really watch out for things that you do because it may get, somebody may be trying to set you up.
There's a magnifying glass on you.
You're
a politician like that.
Yeah.
You can't
be ordering prostitutes and smoking weed and you can't.
I didn't hear any allegations of that.
Right.
But there was a lingerie thing with him that came out too. Hold on, Bob. You have the floor. You can speak a little bit, but let me look this up, man, because this guy's crazy, dog. That's why I wanted to bring him up. Like, we always keep up with all of these love and hip hop stories and all of that stuff. And it's like what be going on in Congress is just as crazy. And these are the people that's running the country. You know what I'm saying? So if we know more about the cast of Love and Hip Hop than we know about the cast of the United States Congress, we in trouble. But Madison Cawthorn photos reveal him wearing women's lingerie in a public setting. So maybe it was a joke. Man, hold on, bro.
That's weird now.
Screen share now. Hold on, let me get back. I'm viewing
now. I'm starting to think that was a man in that bed.
Look, we gonna screen share. Hold on, because we got receipts on this show. We not up here just talking about people. We're doing research and we want to come with the receipts, man. I don't want nobody to think when I be talking about these Republicans, man, I'm just making stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that, Bob?
Yeah. That's him.
He's a congressman. Yeah. Looking real presidential right there, you think, huh?
Hope you're just joking or something, but that don't look like somebody that need to be. That don't look like nobody that need to be.
You definitely don't need to be.
Who am I to judge? I can't say. I don't know.
Look, if you didn't have a problem with him thrusting another individual in the bed, you shouldn't have a problem with him doing this. But right. I just think it's a little hypocritical when you're with a party that's oppressing homosexual people, trans people. Meanwhile, you're cross-dressing in the street.
Yeah, that's kind of
Kind of crazy, right?
hypocritical. Yeah.
And you know what they say? People who be trying to go hard on like homosexual people and trans people, sometimes it's because of what you're trying to cover. You know,
Good one.
am I right or am I right about that, Bob?
It could be right. You know, I haven't witnessed any of people like that in my, but it could be something that.
What?
I mean, I haven't witnessed people that I'm saying that I know even go after transgenders or homosexuality, something like that. So
Nah, nobody that I know personally, but
yeah.
I've seen. Maybe I shouldn't even go into this, man. I'll take a drink on it. I'm gonna enjoy a libation, man. You know this is my new little thing now, Bob.
Yeah, I seen
got a
you
little,
doing that a couple
might
times.
have to get you a little sip of something.
I may
man.
have to. I
Get
got
on
a
my
little
level.
bottle in there, man. But
Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo.
it is Cinco de
Take a
Mayo.
shot for Cinco de Mayo
Yeah.
for our Mexican brothers and sisters. I love the Mexican people.
So we covered politics, man. We covered Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, we gonna probably get up out of here, ain't it?
I mean, we ain't got nothing else to cover for him. I mean, it was big Kevin Samuels today. It was,
Yeah, we're gonna.
we didn't get anything
We're gonna be
confirmed.
following that story as it develops.
But
Oh, I got one more thing that we could bring up. We covered Dave Chappelle yesterday, right?
yeah, old Dave.
You know that they're not gonna the LA district attorney says that they're not gonna pursue felony charges against dude.
Why?
They said
Probably because he got beat up.
yeah, they was like that's bad enough punishment.
Yeah, we can't beat him up and take his money.
Hey, you know what would be a good idea though?
Yeah.
You know how they
He
banned
sued.
Will Smith? They banned Will Smith from what was that? The Oscars? How about they lift the ban? They have Dave Chappelle host the Oscars, and he go there and make jokes about Jada the whole night. Bro. It just see if Will want to shake something.
Dave
How you
Chappelle a
think
bigger
that-
dude. Dave Chappelle is bigger than Chris Rock. I think it's more.
He
of an
bigger than
even
Chris Rock, and he definitely
about
got
the
better
same
security.
size.
He got
Yeah.
better security than Chris Rock. How
Yeah.
about that?
But Dave Chappelle went back there and stumped. Dave Chappelle got his hands dirty.
I don't know. He
really-
might have been joking about that. He kind of walked. He walked back some of those statements.
Yeah.
He said Jon Stewart, Busta Rhymes, and Jamie Foxx was stomping him and stuff like that. He walked that back and said that he was just joking. But I wonder if he said he was just joking because he don't want nobody to catch a charge or something like that. Because they did kind of put hands and feet on dude.
I
His
seen
arm
that
is all
dude.
twisted in the
I
in the
seen
thing.
that
They
dude.
got his shit, and
And he did say he always wanted to stump somebody out.
but it's jokes though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Dave Chappelle, that type, his jokes be real. I mean, it be like he don't seem like the type that just bringing stuff out the blue. He seemed like the type that jokes about authentic stuff. I
You
don't
know,
know.
Dave-
Maybe that's me.
You know, Dave has jokes about having sex with that transgender individual that he was cool with,
Oh, never knew that.
or a certain transgender individual. It didn't seem like a joke to me. I've always wondered if he was like being honest about that. I ain't, it ain't gonna make his jokes any less funny to me, but he mentioned that. Did you ever
Yeah.
catch that?
Never caught that.
He did. You know what I'm saying? So you saying that, you saying that the jokes be real. I'm telling you that he joked about having sex with a transgender person before.
Mm.
And just to give you some, another example where this happened, Richard Pryor used to talk about giving fellatio to another man on one of his things. He did that, and that was a true story.
I don't know if okay, but I'm not, I'm gonna take that as not good, but that's
why it's not
disgusting.
good? Look,
Yeah,
look, man, people can do what they want to do, man.
yeah. People can
It's
do what
not
they
our-
want to do.
it's
Not
not
gonna
my
lie.
thing. It's not Bob's thing. But
Right.
goddamn,
Dang,
Richard
Richard.
probably can do whatever you want. But I just
I
want
hope
to
he
let you
was
know that
joking about that. He was a drug user too, though. You know,
what that got to do with anything.
he OD'd on what heroin, didn't he?
What they got to do with anything? What they got to
I
do with him
mean,
giving some
maybe
head?
right. I mean, maybe they played a play into him being, whatever. I mean,
He liked it, man. He talked about it. That's what he said. I'll tell you what Richard Pryor said. He liked it.
that's crazy.
He's still the GOAT. Everybody said Richard the best. You know what I'm saying? So that what I'm telling you is Richard Pryor was being honest about it. His wife came out and said, "Yeah, Richard used to, that was his little thing." So it's not too crazy for me to believe that Dave said that and it was real. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could just be a joke. You know what I'm saying? But
Damn, that's deep.
I
That's
know.
deep.
I didn't even know we was gonna go there. That was
Right.
that was just impromptu. Shout out to Dave though. Shout
Yeah.
out to Dave.
Shout out to Dave Chappelle, man.
Yeah. So
Hopefully
I
he
don't know,
wasn't just pulling
I
the
guess we
Richard.
can start to wrap things up, man. I
All
probably
right,
leave the
man.
people. No, I gotta leave the people with a goddamn. I got to leave the people with a goddamn quote though, man. I gotta leave the people with a quote, man. You don't have any words in closing you want to leave the people with, Bob? Let them know where to reach you on your social.
Yeah, you can reach me at Rob the Water God on Facebook. Also Rob the Water God on Instagram, but I'm more on YouTube. You can reach me at Water God Crypto TV, where I'm trying to bring, crypto awareness and these crypto pump and dumps to awareness so we can all be educated and know how to invest smart and always take profits,
That's real. That's real. That's real. One thing I want to say too that I forgot to mention with these abortion laws, it's being talked about that the Supreme Court is not going to stop at abortions. We might see interracial marriage go next. Interracial marriage wasn't always legal, and gay marriage might get rolled back. I don't know, man.
I think me personally, I think it's too advanced for them to say interracial. It's not. We'll see, but to me,
I don't know, man. Like if we not too advanced to make abortion illegal, we not too advanced to make interracial marriage illegal. A lot of people don't want to see that stuff happen, and if you make it a decision like for the states, we definitely got people in the Senate that will make it. So yeah, we don't want to see black and white people getting married.
This is we are the most interracial since we have ever been.
Yeah, but
think about it though. I mean, right now, you remember when we went to New York and we seen like it was a bigger difference than we seen regularly. Go ahead.
I want to hear you out, but that's anecdotal. That's our personal experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because black and white people are having sex, getting together, that doesn't mean that the Supreme Court won't rule in a certain way. These people have
they can do whatever they want.
Beliefs.
Yeah, you're right. They can do whatever they want. But
I don't know. Maybe we'll go into that deeper the next time. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Let me go ahead and get up out of here. I want to leave people with a quote though. I got a quote from W.E.B. Du Bois. Okay. Or is that Du Bois? I have to look that up too. But he said either the United States will destroy ignorance or ignorance will destroy the United States. Okay. Wise words right now. Yeah. I can apply that to the abortion thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't get rid of people like that. They gonna keep blowing shit up. Mm-hmm. Literally destroying pieces of the United States.
Or it's gonna be to get an abortion gonna be too much. It's gonna be about $2,500. Remember, I think the abortion prices was like $300.
Or you gotta fly. You gotta fly the bitch out to another state. You gotta fly to a blue state now. Because look, if you live in like New York or something like that, nothing's really gonna change. You get what I'm trying to say?
Wow. Yeah, that's great. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep. But imagine you being outpriced. The price for an abortion was like $250, $300. Imagine being outpriced if it's 7,500.
You want me to imagine if abortions cost 7,500?
I mean, right. Imagine the prices. All right, it's illegal. You can get them, but the prices are a lot.
Oh no, man! The market would never allow for that. It's gonna be somebody doing them things for a few $100s in the basement. Man. It ain't never gonna be that.
It is.
It's too cheap to do. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look,
You right.
Look,
you
girls
right,
will be
you right.
girls will be lining up to get pushed down the stairs for $50 before they pay 7,500 for an abortion.
You
Hate
right
to
on
put
that.
it that way. I'm telling you, they ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
They
hoping
had
for the
to make
best.
it. They had to make that price affordable. You know what I mean? Think
I mean,
about
the
it.
market's gonna dictate how much stuff costs. You know what people will pay.
No, that's a cheap doctor surgical procedure. If you probably look at any other surgery procedure that you can get in the hospital, they talking about thousands of dollars. Can you agree? Like I remember,
I don't know. I would have to look at. I would have to
I
really
sprained
think
the
about
ankle as a kid. I remember me spraining the ankle as a kid, and remember that it was like $1,000 just me going to the hospital, just the bill from the.
Yeah, our medical system is messed up, and we do pay too much for basically everything.
Right.
So yeah, I don't doubt that the shit should be cheaper, but I'm just happy that we got access to them. But for now,
Yeah.
might not be that way for too much longer.
For real.
But
So
yeah,
hey, we at 52 minutes an hour, man. We try to give y'all an hour of some good news. Make sure y'all comment, if you comment like this. Make sure you subscribe.
Grow with us, man. Leave a comment or something, man.
Yeah,
leave a comment,
man.
like, and let us
us,
know you out there. Yeah, let us know what you agree with, disagree. Let us know if we made a mistake or something like that. Get us straight in the comments. Man.
Yeah, because we touching touchy topics. So let me know what y'all think. So hey, we'll catch y'all on number 9. Peace.
Yeah. Definitely.